It's Monday, it's rugby season, and I'm in a shirt and tie. That can only mean one thing. It's time for SuperRant.
Or time for work.
Yeah, that as well, but it's SuperRant. Hi there, I'm Jurgy, and this is SuperRant, RuggaRant's weekend wrap-up show. It's me, Big Nick, Frank the Tank, bringing you expert analysis on all the games action. Gentlemen, let's start. Expert analysis, is that too strong?
Yes. No experts here.
We watched the games though. I mean, we could chip in with something.
Yeah.
What is up with that chair, by the way? Why
it's a beer crate.
It's a beer crate?
Yeah.
Looking in the kiddies table.
Yeah, it's budget cuts.
Someone ordered Chico the Clown.
So guys, first game of the weekend, Blues Crusaders. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, 2 words sums up this game. Piri Weepu. Shocking. Absolute. What a me. Yeah.
Horrible.
Why didn't he start the game?
Because he's
Fat.
fat.
He's fat. And not PH.
I don't think he's played rugby in about 3-4 months. It looks about a year. I don't know what he's been doing.
Ricky January.
And they brought him on with 10 odd minutes to go to win the game for them. Drop goal.
Simple drop kick.
And he shanks it. I mean, how can you not stand far back enough that you won't get charged down?
Drop even to the 22.
Yeah.
Just take your time with it. Charge down by a forward as well.
More than Stain showed him outstanding.
Really shocking. Really shocking.
But yeah.
Otherwise, good tries. Lots of tries.
It was a good game otherwise.
Running.
But Frank, B, take us to the highlights.
There you go.
Oh, that was a touchdown. And that's where he almost messes it up.
Almost a knock-on.
Larry.
Awesome.
And we got him in our fantasy team.
Thanks, Jake.
Oh, Gary, good thing, Ranger.
That hair's slowing him down. Look at this. There you go.
That's what I love about Super 15, so I get to say surnames in Australian accents again.
Ranger.
It's coming up. You can see him
Oh,
coming here.
folded.
Where's it?
Oh,
jeez.
That is usually late. Oh, look at this.
Oh, Kano.
Oh,
man. That's almost. I thought the weaker hit was going to be the best one, but that was pretty bad. Here comes the weaker one.
Yeah, here's the weak one.
No, sorry. Oh, it is. No, it's not. Here we go. Here it is. And hello, Piri. Boom. And here's the kick. Oh, get further back.
Rubbish.
Get further back. Oh.
That's the game. That's how you lose at home.
And so next game, Brumbies Force. Did anyone watch that game? Because I wasn't.
Okay. I watched it. It was horrible. It was really shocking.
I think Canberra's rated like the worst city to live in Australia.
That game was boring.
Damn boring.
I think the main draw card that Friday night was the bingo. At the City Hall, probably.
I'm telling you now, anything but that. I think a root canal would have been better. I just can't believe. And I was watching it. It was such stop, flip, and start the whole time. And those guys have no creativity.
Yeah.
Going for drop kicks, going for the goal.
So those are the two bottom teams of the conference, or probably the whole competition. They're probably going to end up 13, 14, 15.
I really suck.
So Coleman getting the try there. He's a bit of a local boy. He's coming through the ranks there. I know they love him down there in Canberra. This Coleman guy.
They'll love anything. There's nothing much to love in Canberra. It's good.
Pretty boring.
Yeah. So we're not going to bother with the highlights on that one.
There are no highlights. The highlight is that the game's over. Let's move on.
The highlight is when the ref goes again.
Okay. Yeah. Last game of the night, first local derby, Bulls vs Sharks.
That was not much better.
Yeah, I watched the game. It was very, very hard and physical.
You know what the problem was? The first problem. Jubilated Brosny and Owen and Kamani.
Victor Matfield. How big is that studio?
Victor was down on the touchline, wasn't he? Yeah?
Giving exactly nothing.
The one point they cut to him and they said, when the Sharks were having the comeback, and they said, they cut to Victor, said, Victor, what's your take on this? He said, yeah, they're letting the Sharks build momentum, so they've got to stop them from getting momentum. That was his soundbite.
Certainly brilliant.
That's a soundbite.
I expect that from about 100 cap Springbok. That's amazing. What insight.
Line-out technician, I don't know.
Rod Kafer would be proud.
Rod Kafer.
And Brosnan's just the worst in studio, guys.
So besides the commentators, guys, the game. I mean, there were so many knock-ons at the first half. It was ridiculous.
Kicking was shocking. Although one thing is Rian for you with his long range.
Yo, 65 meters.
65
That was
meters.
crazy.
And he had the legs, but he didn't have the accuracy, but cheapers there.
Yeah, I'm going to clear the distance, but it was definitely a good attempt. And I said, although it was 0-0 at half time, I watched the game alone, so no one can back me up on this, but I said there's going to be 30 points on the board in the second half. I'm just saying I said that, and it was 31.
Is that on SuperRant?
Whatever.
It's not on file, it's not on record anyway.
No,
But I did say.
They don't dissolve any water, so.
So that was Friday's action. Then we moved to Saturday.
Highlanders.
Start with the Highness Chiefs, big game. That was probably.
Yeah, I was still sleeping. I didn't actually catch that.
Why were the Landers wearing the green?
Yeah, they were wearing their blue.
I don't really care.
The green.
They look like the
But the Chiefs backline, killer backline. So
Sunny Ball looked amazing. I saw some of the clips where he was flipping stuff like it was ridiculous.
His first touch, hand off, draws two guys,
Flat
right pass.
No, he did really well.
No, that was good. The tight five's still a problem though. That's why they lost. That's why they lost the game. In the end, they went for the try, or they tried to go for the try. I don't know why they just didn't take their kicks because they could have won the game.
Yeah, you actually wonder who's going to be playing in the front row for them next week. I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
5 injuries. I mean, it was actually difficult. Basaga's leg, the way it bent back.
Saga, Leonard,
Oh.
Hafiaki,
5
Elliott.
people.
So there's huge injuries there.
Leonard.
But the whole weekend had tons of injuries.
Yeah.
Skulk's out,
Yeah.
Van Heerden's out.
yeah, and this isn't a Super 10 anymore. This is Super 15.
Yeah.
We got like 6 months worth of rugby.
Yeah.
This is going to be, I don't know, you're going to have a massive squad to deal with these
The
injuries.
final's going to be whichever two teams can field
Yeah.
15 players.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, the Chiefs, they could have won that game, but they threw it away. They stupid tactics, a bit too cocky, thought they could score. The only time they scrum looked good was when it was uncontested. That was the only time they scrum looked like they could actually do something.
And you see how awkward they were. They didn't actually know what to do.
And the Highlanders are physical.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, to me, they're the surprise package.
I mean,
think
we
the
called it in the
Highlanders-
previews. We said it was going to be brutal, and I mean, there was just like people lying around crying all day.
Yeah. It's I think the Highlanders. Here's me going on file then. The Highlanders are going to be the surprise package. this season.
Jeez.
They're a physical team. They're hard. They've got some good backup players now.
I can't make a comment because I think I got one Super Free right. One. The whole 2 days.
Yeah, we all sucked. We all sucked.
What do you mean all?
Yeah, intern did pretty well.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he's fifth or something.
Really?
He's not doing well making coffee.
No.
Were you drunk when you made the predictions? Seriously, that's. I think
game.
I got one right. One.
Next game.
Yeah, that was a great game though for Saturday morning, I thought. And then next was Waratahs Reds, another Aussie derby, another crappy game.
I'm telling you now, the Australian team was shocking.
They look really
Really
bad.
shocking.
And the Reds were lucky to win.
Well, that'll bring me to my point later on. But that game until then.
No, bring that point up now.
Okay, fine.
I want that point now.
That takes me to today's superhero. Superhero.
Oh, because it's
Super Rugby,
Oh,
SuperRant, superhero, and it's
Very
Dom
good.
Shipley.
Very
It's
good.
terrible.
So who's the hero?
Dom Shipley. You know, you look at the game.
John Reed?
Dom Shipley for the Reds. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was on the field.
No, he had a pretty rubbish. The whole game long, nothing's happening. Both teams are kind of exchanging 3 points. Rubbish. The last 20 seconds left, the Tars kick it away. The Reds get it. Dom Shipley gets it on the wing. A handoff, sidestep, 60-meter run under the poles. They win.
Well, if you look at the highlight, you can see it. No, this is the last play.
And you see they kick the ball away. The Tars kick the ball away. And Shipley, look at this. Inside, outside, handoff, two step, Campo all the way.
One man to beat.
And around. Easy.
Try some, and there goes the who went.
And he was nowhere doing the game.
Yeah, I didn't even know this guy was on the field.
Oh, it's awesome. Look at that.
Oh, man.
And
Oh.
a pylon.
That's an illegal pylon.
RuggaRant's fans. Really.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, then, if that's your superhero, then do you have a super villain?
Yes, I do.
Who?
The cheaters, Strauss, who for some other reason tried to dig a hole to China with Vickers van Leeuwen's head. You see that tip tackle?
No, it's bad.
Which Strauss was that?
Should have been a red
Andrews.
card. Should have been a red card.
Red card, well, you got the yellow and the white and...
I mean, you just compare it to Warburton's tackle last year in the World
geez,
Cup,
yeah.
and it's on the same length. He should have got an immediate red
Yeah.
card. I don't know why. I mean, this yellow and this white card. I mean, he
It's
should
worth
have.
van Leeuwen, he's probably like sipping his steak through a straw right now as well.
You know, it was his birthday. It was his birthday that day. Once you get a concussion, you can't drink. So he had the worst birthday ever.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? The thing that stood out for me was the two flags. Once again, it was Alton and Huissen. Huissen's really heavily talented. But I mean, they were both great goal kicking display from both of them.
Mm.
I mean, also penalties from like 55, 60 meters out.
Did they nearly break the kicking record for the number of penalties?
Alton did. Alton did.
Changes?
What's the kicking record?
9.
9.
Is it?
It is 9 now.
9.
Okay.
Intern on the job there, checking out the stats and that. Good work.
Boom. Step, man.
Okay, that was the last game of the day essentially, but just before that was
That's
our big one.
game. Yeah.
Our big one, the Stormers Hurricanes game.
Bias.
It was the biggest victory of the weekend.
Every game was close.
Prize,
Every game was close, except in this game.
So you have to be happy, but it was the Hurricanes.
No, but you know, really stood out was the kids. The kids in the Stormers pack. Let's look at Steven Kitsoff, a big ginger.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
a kid, that guy's huge.
I mean, I read some stats in the week. He benches 185.
I know.
He squats like 260 kilos. I mean, that
And
is
he's 19.
massive. He's 19.
Healthy.
And he's ginger. He's got no soul, but I mean, he's still
No, it's like, and it's a bit.
It's a bit.
It's a bit. Yeah, that guy's huge there.
That guy's a monster. And then Khaleesi coming on for
Khaleesi, yeah.
great job.
Well, Scott's gone now for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4-6 weeks.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but I was actually at the game, pulling my own weight, if I don't mind adding, and they played AC/DC Thunderstruck song, as opposed to Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And you guys would have known that if you followed me on Twitter.
Yeah, I am gonna follow you. It's just,
I'm not.
Whatever.
I'm not going to follow you.
Whatever.
I'm waiting for you to become cool.
But I mean, we said that ain't no matter high enough. Shocking.
No, really.
I really enjoyed Sistak, by the way.
Oh, okay. Just like 2, back in the act.
Well,
Yes,
Whoopi
well-
Goldberg's second best film.
After?
The one where she dressed up as a white guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say Ghost.
We've asked you guys and girls for any questions you might have for us, and to send it to us on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you're on. Send us your questions, and we're going to answer those right now. So, Big Nick, what do we have coming through? What do you
First
ask people to know?
Facebook question. Oh yeah, got you. Oh wait, no. It's a farm ball request. Of course.
Okay,
No.
well-
Any questions?
Any questions from the RuggaRant's fans? No.
No.
Nothing yet?
No.
And the Twitter?
No, I don't know how to do the.
Woo, okay.
Sorry about that.
Send us your questions on Facebook, Twitter, and we'll answer them. From our mouths to your ears, you will get what's going on up here and there. A little bit there. Frank, the technical analyst, what are you up there? What do you...
That's beautiful.
He drew that. That's the sun with a bird and a figure 8.
No,
We've got 2 birds having
No,
sex.
that's infinity.
Oh. What the fuck is he?
RuggaRant fans, we'll see you next week. That's the end of the show. Cheers. Say bye.
Bye. Bye.
Stand up now.
Thanks a lot.